Hi folks. Hey, I'm wondering how many of you remember this rock right here, this moon rock that supposedly came off the moon, that made worldwide attention because it had this here C right planted on it. I kind of call it the C that went around the world, one letter that attracted all that attention. What if it would have had a group of letters? What if there'd have been an A and a B and a C? Would that have made it, what would that have said? Well, I don't know. I'm sure that NASA would explain that away somehow. But now what if you go to Mars and you start finding letters on rocks and you found a C on a rock on Mars? It wouldn't be, wouldn't be much to it. C on the moon wasn't, after a while nothing. But what if you found two letters in a row on a rock on Mars? Or three letters in a row? Well, that's what mystifies me about this rock here, because it's got at least four in a row, letters, numbers, and they're in a straight line, and there also seems to be a symbol on this particular rock that looks kind of like an eye, and down in the corner of it, the right hand corner, you see a kind of a strange notch there, and right in the center of it you see this pointed arrow looking thing. So when I seen this stone here, it looked to me like it was a marker and possibly to point the way to something. And I think that's exactly what it is, and I think these numbers that are on there coincides, or the symbols, or whatever you want to call them, coincides to what the rock's pointing at. Now, I did a video on this before, and I thought, wow, this is really going to get some hits here. This is great. It's been up there probably, what, a year, a few thousand hits on it. So it's not attracting any attention. So I went back and looked at, I started looking at this rock a little bit closer, and whoa. The more I looked at it, I looked up in the left-hand top corner. Now, to me, these symbols in this straight line right there at the top is amazing enough. But if you look at the top left-hand corner of this rock, you're going to see a diagonal row of four more numbers. And I'm not going to say what they are, because in case I'm imagining things, I want somebody that looks at this to tell me what them four numbers are. And I'm going to be waiting in the comment section to see if anybody else sees the same thing I do. Now this picture's out of Sol 551, and there's a lot of, that whole area has a lot of strange stuff. But anyway, if you look at the rock down there and look where it's pointing, it's possible that this area that I've circled there may have been a tomb or a grave of some kind that got destroyed, and that marker rock is just telling who was in it. Or if it was a monument of some kind, maybe just kind of describing what the monument was about. Who knows? That's my opinion anyway. You can form your own. But it seems to me it'd be pretty difficult not to admit that there's a line of copy on this rock that says something, that means something. And for anybody that looks at what I'm showing you here and realizes these are numbers and symbols of some type, then that brings up a whole new ball of worms. If you believe that that's marker, that's symbols or numbers, then what else does it lead you to believe? That's the important question. Oh, and for those of you out there that want to say, why, hell, boy, that's nothing but paranoia you got going on there. See it all the time in my rock garden. Well, you know what? Do us all a favor. Go out there and take a picture of a rock in your little rock garden with a line of lettering on it and post it so we can all see it. But whatever you do, if I was you, I wouldn't move it because there's probably an archaeologist that'd like to come out and look at it and find out what civilization was living there that wrote those symbols on the rock. That'd be my advice anyway. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about this one. I still think this is the most amazing find on Mars, but that's just me. I thought when I found the prairie dog it was going to be something. Who knows what people think is something on Mars. Alright, folks. Bye.